Hello students. Last time we have seen the classification of the functions of the management according to the different writers or the experts. Now we shall look upon the various functions of the management in detail. Now in the functions of the management, the first function is the planning. Now when it comes to the planning, first of all we can say like that planning is basically the first function of the management. The other function of the management like organizing, staffing, directing, coordination and up to control, all the functions are dependent on planning. So basically the planning is the foundation, or you can say like it's a stepping stone towards the management building, right? So planning is the first step of the management. So if it is asked as a MCQ or the one-line question that out of the following, which is the first function of the management, your answer will be the planning. Or it can be also asked like that, out of the following, which is the foundation for the other or the rest function of the management, then again your answer will be the planning, because without planning all the other function of management cannot be proceeded or it cannot be started. So let's begin with the planning. First of all, try to understand the meaning of the word planning. What do you mean by the word planning? In simple words, we can say like that. Planning means to decide anything in advance. So if we decide anything in advance, that becomes a planning and it's become a part of our daily routine, right? Past we cannot change, so it is mentioned even God cannot change the past. So God itself cannot change the past, but man can change the future. Now how it possible or how it becomes possible? The reason is very simple. Past is already gone, so we cannot change it. We are living in future, but if we plan, rather we are living in present, so if we plan for the future, we can make it better one. So with the help of planning, we can reduce the uncertainties, we can reduce the risk associated with the future. That can be done. So we can at the most reduce the risk, we can reduce the uncertainty, but we cannot remove the risk and uncertainty altogether regarding the future, right? So planning means selection of fact for the expected results and to establish interrelationship. First one is the selection of fact. We have to select the facts and then after we have to establish the interrelationship between them, as well as the observation of necessary activity. We have to observe how the activities are going on and forecasting the same anticipation. Forecasting and anticipation meaning thereby we have to estimate what is going to happen in future. So this is what the planning is all about. Once again, selection of fact for the expected results and to establish interrelation between them, as well as observation of necessary activities and forecasting the same anticipation. Now this is the meaning given in your textbook. So you can put a bracket or you can make an underline or highlight it. But the common or the simplest definition of the planning is given is in next paragraph if you look in your textbook. So it's when in advance it is wisely consider what work. See it carefully. First is what work. Second one, who will do. Third one, when. That is the timing when it is to be done. Then how. That is the method how it will be done. Then to what extent. That is the proportion. In what proportion or what quantity it will be done. Then when work is to be finished. That is what is the completion time. So related to work, everything is decided in advance for the achievement of predetermined objective. Predetermined objective means the objective which are decided in advance. That is called the planning. Now this is the most common and the simplest definition given in your textbook. Again, when in advance it is wisely considered. Wisely means sensibly, after looking all the factors associated with the planning. What work, who will do, when, how, to what extent, and when work is to be finished for the achievement of predetermined objectives is called planning. Now, this is the simple definition of the planning, and the most simple and the common part of the planning is, it's not actual definition, it's just a line regarding the planning. Planning means future forethought in the present. So forethought means we are thinking about the future. So anything regarding the future is estimated or is being thought out in present, it is called the planning. So you can also have this line in your textbook, or you can also write in exam, but the most common definition will be this second one. When it comes to the planning, then always remind you, planning is basically the function of selection. Because when we make a plan, then there will be so many alternatives, so many options will be available to us. Then out of that, so many or the multiple options, we have to select the best one. Like if we go somewhere for the purpose of shopping, let's say we are going for the shopping of our clothes, ready-made garments. Then at the shop there are so many options. We'll try some of the options, and after trying some of the options, we'll select the best one that is suitable to our budget, color, and as per our liking and preference. So just like that, in planning also, we are looking upon all the alternatives, all the possible outcomes, but out of that, we'll always select the best one. That's the best combination. So planning is basically the selection of best alternative. And lastly, the planning is a base for all other function of the management. Like we have said, it's a base for the all other function of management, like organizing, staffing, controlling, and it includes all. Right? So this is the planning. Now regarding the planning, its characteristics, its importance, its limitation, its types, we are going to see when it comes to the next chapters, because our next chapter, the second one is basically principle of management, and after that there will be the chapter of planning, then there will be chapter of directing. These are actually chapters itself. Currently we are looking upon just the basic information regarding the functions of the management. So that was the planning. Now let's move on to the second one, and that's organizing. At the planning stage, activities are decided. What is to be done is decided in advance. That is the planning. But to implement that will require a structure, and that structure becomes the organization or the organizing. So organizing means structure for the assignment of authority and responsibility. The two important words are assignment of authority, and the second one is responsibility. Assignment means to transfer, to give, to delegate, because everything is decided at the planning stage. Who will do what work. Now for the implementation of that work will require a structure, will require the manpower, and to that manpower we have to assign responsibility, and so as we have to give them authority, because without authority they cannot complete the work. So structure for the assignment of authority and responsibility among individuals working for the achievement of common objective. See, the individuals are working for the achievement of common objectives, and to them, if the authority and responsibility are being delegated, that is the organizing. So this is the definition of organizing. So you will highlight it and you will put a bracket in your textbook. It's a very important one. And regarding organization, it's only the single definition given in your textbook. Objectives, policy, program are decided through planning, as we have seen. While executing a plan, organization structure is formed. So the function of the organization is to execute whatever is decided at the planning stage. Now, related to organization, the famous statement is very often asked in the board examination. And then statement is, planning is the brain of a business unit, while the organization is its physical structure. Explain. Now, how we can say, or why we can say that planning is the brain of the business and the organization is its physical structure? Because the function of the brain in human body is to think or to take the intellectual decision. whereas the function of the body is to implement those decisions which are taken by the brain. So just like that, in organization also, the planning takes the various policy decisions, it decides the plan, and the organization basically implement or execute those functions. So that's why we can say that planning is the brain of a business unit, while the organization is being a physical structure. So how we can write? The function of the brain is to take the intellectual decisions, and the function of the body is to implement the same. That is the decision taken by the brain. And the planning in business unit also takes the intellectual decisions, while the organization implements it, and in distribution of work and delegation of authority and responsibility. See, it's a delegation of authority and responsibility. Now that was the meaning of organization. So that's why we can say that planning is the brain of the organization, whereas the organization, that is the organizing, is the physical structure of the business unit. So these are the two functions of the management, very important one. First was the planning and second was the organizing. Now we will look upon the another function of management, and that is the staffing.